JG.
You already know it's J Jonah.
Diving on into a new one, y'all. I ain't gonna cap. We got a new one. We got a new one. Y'all didn't see it in the bio before y'all didn't click the video.
Facts.
But I ain't gonna cap. We gotta be able to introduce my man.
I mean, nothing else needs to be said. We got the legendary JRoss in the building, bro. What's up with you, Pop?
What's up with it?
Man, that is no cap. We out here in LA. We was like, you know what? We got to make sure the schedule's going to fit with everybody.
Yeah, how'd you get this?
This is what happens when likewise individuals, when brothers come together, you know what I'm saying? Culturally perspective individuals, they come together.
Okay.
This is what happens. You know what I'm saying? Real recognize real. We woke. Yeah, like Jonah be saying in other episodes. We woke.
Whoa.
So we got the real one. Not you know what I'm saying? Not the phonies. We got the real Rick Ross son. You know what I'm saying? On our episode.
When he walked in,
let's get it.
When he walked in, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I had a straight resemblance. I was like, oh shit, it is his son.
Facts. Okay. Hair's just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer.
How long you been growing your hair for?
Since 2011.
11? Okay. I just cut mine, bro. My shit was lengthy. I had mine for 6 years, and then I looked myself in the mirror one day, and I was like, I think it's time.
Yeah.
You know, I up the skull. I ain't gonna lie. After I did it, the female started tapping in.
Man.
He said I upped the skull when I got rid of the fro. But he had a long hair. I see you. Say that.
How you doing today, Pop? How's your day going?
Man, it's going smooth, man.
Today's Friday. How's the week? You had a good week? Busy this week or what?
You know, Friday just a day.
Oh, okay.
You know.
I like that. No, every day
a name they named it, you know.
A name, say that. I mean, I'm rock with it.
That time you woke up, you know. I'll be watching Marvel and all that shit, and they be on some other stuff, like, you know.
You fuck with Marvel?
Yeah, like
y'all. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Bro, my pops raised me on Marvel, bro. I love Marvel. I done watched them all. I could watch them all again, and in like a couple of days. It's gonna take a while. 2 hours a movie. I just watched the Doctor Strange one recently. It just, they never disappoint. I think there's only like one. I still haven't watched the Eternals.
Oh yeah.
You seen that one?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's a part of the storyline.
Worth the watch? I have to, right?
You gotta watch it.
Okay. I'm gonna put that to the list for sure. But no, Marvel. I mean, that scientific. You say you got a big imagination, because seeing that, it's like, I think Thor up there somewhere, bro.
Yeah, and there's this thing that's in like the movie industry. It's called like the Secret Universe or University.
Secret University?
Yeah, it's a secret. I don't know about it, but I heard about it, and it's supposed to be like when you watch Hollywood movies, and then like we've all heard about the subliminals that Hollywood puts out and all that stuff, but there are good subliminals also put out, because the rule that there's like some unspoken rule that they have to put the truth with the falsehood in there, so you have to.
There has to be
decipher what's truth and what's falsehood, you know?
Interesting.
So within it is all some truth.
So you're saying they've been telling us, they say with the Marvel shit for sure, but like in general, all movies, like you might, damn, 2012, that shit, where'd I get that information? There's some bunkers in here. There's people paying $1 million a seat, huh?
Oh yeah, these movies is definitely letting you know the secrets before it happens.
Yeah, okay.
You know
so that's what
sure.
you just confirmed that. Okay, for sure. That always was a thought in the head, for sure.
You know, I mean, it's just something I didn't thought of also, you know, and
it needs to be, what do they got? We need a Reddit forum. We need a what's that new thing called that everybody go to? Telegram, that, you know, what's it for they talk about, you know, whatever Discord. We need a Discord for everybody to understand that these subliminal messages is in these movies. We need to be with like-minded individuals, because that shit is gonna go over a lot of people's heads.
JG's late to the Discords, because I know y'all already done had those 10 times over, bro. I know there's those. They got cults in them Discords for that shit already. I know they do.
We've been doing this shit, JG. No cap. For
real.
Hey, JRoss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For the folks, and I guess in a sense myself also, and for BSP listeners, what was it like for you growing up in the back in the day? Like when it comes down to like when I would envision, you know what I'm saying, it was like, you know, late 80s, early 90s era. What was that like for you growing up? You know what I'm saying? Your household back in the day, starting out.
before you answer that, bro, I'm very excited, like, to have to sit down and have this conversation with you, because, like I told you off camera, like, I know, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So this is like I'm open minded to this. I'll be for the listeners that really don't know. I'll be that person for them today. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Growing up, it was cool. You know, I don't have too many memories. And I'm not sure if everybody's like that. Like, you know, but I have a few pictures of when I was out and around. I have a few like slight memories. My dad went to jail when I was 5, so I only have like 2, maybe 3 memories of him from 5 to when I turned 18.
Okay.
So you know, that was my father in my mind. You know, but my mom, she like was a hustler, so she went and got her cosmetology license. And
Oh shit! Early then.
yeah, and
Early.
Shout out moms. Shout out moms.
and my mom just started. She, you know, she just started taking care of us, and taking care of us. You know, she moved from different place, and then we settled in a little valley, Palmdale area, and then
From where? When you say Palmdale area?
so we moved from South Central. We moved from 88th and Broadway, 88th Place in Broadway. We moved from over there, and then we moved to Anaheim. We moved to Simi Valley. We moved to North Hollywood. My mom has more memories of those places. I have more memories of like Anaheim, where when we used to drive back. We used to drive back to the city because my mom worked in Inglewood. My mom owned a beauty salon in Inglewood off of La Brea behind the Astro Burgers. Like I said, my mom had a cosmetology license, so she always did hair, like from me growing up. Yep. And actually, that's how I first saw Tupac, because he was smoking some weed in the back of my mom's beauty salon, and I smelled the weed. That was my first time smelling weed, was Tupac. And I'm like, I smell it, but I'm not into it, you know? And I seen Tupac. He had the bandana on his head. He had this little vest on, and he had no shirt on. And he had like the type of pants that they was wearing in, and there was another guy out in front. And I spoke with Layla Steinberg, who was, you know, she helped manage Tupac, and she.
How old are you then?
I'm 34.
No,
at
then.
that time.
Oh, then I was probably.
You're only 30.
I don't know. Yeah, I was probably like 7 or like 8, maybe.
So the smell of weed, you weren't attracted to it.
No,
right?
I didn't even. I smelt it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought like they were like you were trying to hit it.
Nah.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't get into weed until I was like 14.
Okay.
Yeah,
got you.
But that was my first time like smelling weed, like,
right?
You know, and that's when I turned 14 and I smelled it, and I started smoking it and like smelling different strains that was around. I was like, damn, I was in the alley. Mm-hmm. And then I had remembered that like the whole picture, and it was Pac, and I was like, damn, like that was crazy. But
damn, because that was, wow, that's crazy how you can weed, that moment when you actually got high smoking weed brought you back to the moment when Pac was getting high smoking weed.
Did you know who you were talking to at the time?
No, I didn't talk to him.
Like we're around though. You said
so my mom was working at a beauty salon, okay. And this beauty salon, like Tupac was known to be at. Really? Be around, because he knew people that worked in there. My mom didn't know him, and then some of my mom's friends didn't know him, but Pac was known to be in that, because it wasn't just the beauty salon right there. It was multiple places. So I was taking the trash out to the alley, yep. And they was in the back of the alley smoking.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, like,
that's
I
crazy.
smell it. I'm throwing the trash in the trash can, and I'm like, what's that smell? And I see them down the alley, like, just kicking the shit, like, yep. And I'm like, oh, okay, like I don't know, I'm a kid. I don't give a fuck. I'm throwing the trash out. Go back inside.
Yep.
You know, and then as I got older and like I remembered like seeing Pop smelling that, I'm like, oh damn, he was the one that was back there,
Mm-hmm.
and that was what's going on. I'm like, oh, I'm like that was cool.
Yeah, and that's what's lit about it. It's like weed. All I mean, shit. At that generation, us being young, you being young, bro. It's like we, nigga, like we been around longer than fucking anything. Like this shit, like, bro, like, and people be making it seem like, oh, you gotta go to jail for weed. Like, when was it a law before it became a law that you gotta go to jail for weed? Talking about like the bringing back the girl Brittany Griner, bro. Like for her to go to jail, you know what I'm saying, for
9 years is sick.
over a pen. Not a gram? Not is that, bro? Come on now. So it's like, you know, like how do you feel about the regulation and laws right now when it comes down? Let's just stay on cannabis, because I know you have your business endeavors when it comes down to the the LA KingPins, and when it comes down to the Freeway brand. How is that? How does that business endeavors work out for you?
Well, like the cannabis industry is doing well, you know. Um, as far as like with LA Kingpins and Freeway Cannabis, like um, I kind of just do like a little marketing and a little business management, but it's moving, you know. Um, everything is like moving to like it's still developing, you know, within the industry, the laws and the rules, because of feds and because of states and, you know, people with money and, you know, people with no money, and, you know, all that stuff is coming into play. You know, with cannabis comes hemp, and hemp is like better than petroleum, it's better than cotton, it's better than, you know, it's better than like 4 major industries. So it's like these companies has been like battling against it, you know. So it's like to bring light to cannabis is to bring light to hemp, and it's like, you know, if you look into it, like right now, like the last couple years, like all the politicians and the senators that have been like locking people up or advocating for people to get locked up,
Yes, sir.
have been like buying into the cannabis industry.
Oh, on the other side, they're on the other. Wow. Okay.
They're fucking up the actual people who really love this shit too, though, right?
Yeah,
By doing
so
that.
there's like they're like, we'll get rid of the small farms, just like, you know, just like the banks. You know, there used to be multiple private banks. You know, there used to be many things
like private bank, meaning like me and John were to come in and own a bank, we can do that.
Exactly. You just have to follow the procedures and the protocols.
Nowadays, though, huh?
No, you like you have to literally have like hundreds of millions, maybe even trillions to open a bank. Right. You know. Because you're like lending money.
Compete against JP Morgan?
Exactly. And it's like those, it's like 100-year-old companies, 200-year-old companies, you know, really 3, maybe even longer than that, because they're older than, you know, they're probably like 600 years old. Right. You know?
Like, I mean, even like Bank of Stockton. I didn't know they had a Bank of Stockton out here. I was juiced. I was like, oh shit, that's dope. Like, you feel me? It's like it's one of those. It's been on. And like
those, they always have like different shit because they're not everywhere, you know. But the banking system is like the mafia, you know.
Bro, it definitely is. I mean, okay, I was dealing with some shit behind the scenes. I kind of want to get back to what you said about you moving around a lot. Like, was there a reason for that, or was mom necessarily? I don't want to call it running because it wasn't. But was Pop's name so big and then like this in where was he at?
In LA.
In LA, like South Central LA, to be able to, you know what I'm saying, just stay there?
Yeah, nah, we could stay there and move around, but my mom was like, oh, you know, I want to move him out away from me, so he won't have too, like, my ties won't be so close.
Jeff, you only Jeff, goddamn. JRoss, you only child?
Nah, not of my dad or my mom. Yeah.
Who
So
is Jeff?
I don't know, bruh.
Who the fuck?
I see a J and I'm like,
is
it could have been,
Jeff?
bruh. It could have been anything, man. JRoss, man. So you said you're not the only child?
Nah.
Okay.
How many siblings you have?
For my pops, I have 5, and my mom, I have 1.
Okay. Are you the oldest? Middle?
I'm like the middle.
Middle? Okay,
type
okay.
child. Yeah.
How are your and pops' relationship now?
Me and my pops, we hella cool.
Hella cool. That's cool, bro. That's cool. I mean, for what you like you said, you from 5 to 18, he was father, but he necessarily wasn't there, right?
Yeah, like he was gone.
So he had a lot of making up to do. Like you feel like
Well, he was gone, but was he gone? Like,
I mean, he wasn't gone. Like he wrote me and stuff.
That's what I'm talking about.
Where was he at again?
He was like all over in the feds. Texarkana was like the main place that I remember. I ended up seeing him when he was in San Diego when I was 18.
Yeah.
And then he was when I was 23. That's when we met on the streets together.
wow,
Well,
at
that's
23
when-
years old.
Yeah.
What was that day like?
I was cool. Like it was great. Like I was like, I was like, I was hella happy because I was like, now I get to learn, like, who he is. You know.
Did you always hear about him growing up? Like, I don't want to base this off pops. It's not, but you know what I'm saying. Like just out of curiosity, like with the name being so big, I think about it like watching the BMF series on Stars, how they have it, like being Lil Meech as Big Meech, like you know what I'm saying. Like,
Well, now you gotta remember, like my dad's story, not like Meech's.
Oh yeah, no, I
it's
know.
not like anybody else's.
Yeah, it's
you know, because
Say that shit.
my dad's story was like it was like multiple co-op operations.
Right.
It's a business. I mean,
You know.
they're all. We just named off some other businesses, but his shit was a legit business.
And
legendary.
like it was like the shit that was going on with it. They still making TV shows with like hints about that shit.
Really? Do you see it sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's my pop's story.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the how they got superheroes in the scene, like,
Using pops and shit. Oh, that's fucking
you know,
dope.
and it's like crazy, and I just I just trip on it. And that's why I was telling you about that university that they be telling you the truth, but they be telling you lies also, like, so
No, that's real.
So in this show, it's called The Boys. And if you haven't seen that season, I'm gonna ruin it for you.
No, let them know.
Oh, my pop's been trying to get me on it. It's on Amazon Prime or something like that.
Yeah,
It's the superhero one.
yeah.
God damn it, bro! Don't ruin it, but ruin it. Go ahead.
So in the scene, there's a group of people in the show that they're like they hate superpowered people. So in the show, like there's a group of superpowered people. They supposedly protect the world, but they don't really protect the world. They like do whatever they want to, and like if they kill somebody on accident because of their superpowers, they didn't know what they was doing. They got people that cover it up, and they work to cover it up, and they do all this weird ass shit, right? So there's a group of people, they ain't got no superpowers. They want to kill every one of them with superpowers. So that's what the show is based about. So they end up getting close to like getting them with like, they killed a couple of them, but they want to kill the most powerful one. They like, how do they do it?
Interesting. Okay.
A whole little,
making me want to watch it now.
A whole
like
little stories, but it's
I
like
Pops, I don't know, because there's the other series that we watch and be like, cool, it's cool, but I think I gotta watch that one. I gotta watch it.
Like each episode is different and shit, but
Okay.
like so like they find out that this superhero guy disappeared in Nicaragua.
Ooh.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And they think he got killed in Nicaragua.
Mm-hmm.
So they hunting these people down, trying to figure out, ask all these questions, and they like, go ask the CIA. Blah, blah, blah. So the CIA lady says in the show, like, yo, we were supposed to send the coke to like such and such areas and make sure it doesn't get to this area.
Yep.
And like, and I'm like, that's fucked up.
Right.
And I'm like so mad. Like these motherfuckers is sitting here
really,
saying that they did that shit
all
on
that.
purpose
So that's what I'm saying with you.
and like,
Go ahead.
you know, like fucked up the whole shit.
Fucked up the whole operation.
Thing
And
is, go ahead. I can keep going. Go ahead.
and like luckily, like my dad was like such a genius. Like he was able to like wiggle and stay hidden for a certain amount of time, you know. And that's how he was able to like grow and
be
put
the man
people
he is today,
on.
for real. I mean, he's
Yeah.
still out here. You
You
know what I
know.
mean? Still relevant, I guess is the word you can call it. You know what I'm saying?
See, I ain't gonna cap. I know your stories. I mean, we can't let all the listeners hear it, but I know your stories. Oh my god, bro! Damn near like bedtime stories. Like you just listen to them, and just like man, that's nice though, bro. Because like for you, like you said, when I'm trying to talk about your childhood, was there a point in time that you questioned, like, where's Pops?
Yeah, no, that's why I found out who he was. Like,
That's
I mean, like, I really didn't ask my mom about him. She told me he was in jail, so I just left it at that. And then when I was like 10 years old, my granny gave me this book, and this book was like had basically everything about like my dad getting like my dad
like all his newspaper, everything.
like no, it was like a book. It was like almost like an encyclopedia shit.
Really?
And it was like go to this page, and it was like in the book. It was like a big old book. Like I don't even know where that book at. And like my dad had like 3 pages, and it had like pictures of like his car with his truck crashed, and I was like, what the fuck? And I only read like a little bit of it, and I was just like,
my dad's a G.
I was like, damn.
No, well, because I question. I mean, like, let's be realistic, right? I
Mhm.
mean, did you ever kind of envy Pops for a little, like at one point in your life? Like, it was like, because I'm sure you heard a lot of good about him. You know what I'm saying? He's this, he's that. But then, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I was mad at Pops for a little bit.
yeah. I mean, I
That's
would
respect.
be. I
That's
would
respect.
be. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, it wasn't like it was like where you at, like why, not like where you at, like, but it was like a question and upset,
Oh,
mad,
sure, for
you
Like,
know,
why
sure.
would you?
you know, and
It's all right.
When was that understanding like of like growing up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when did that come into fruition? Like, it was like, oh shit, okay. Like, cause your dad wasn't just anybody in jail. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? You say
nah,
you know what I mean?
I don't know. It just I don't know. I really a lot of my life I didn't know if he was coming home. You know,
Right.
and it was really hard for me to like reach out to him, you know, so it was like I had to wait for him to reach out to me. But he was busy in there, you know, so it was like for him to reach out to me was like, you know, it was like he had my brother, my other brother, my sister, me, you know, and then like all the people he needed to talk to help him get out of jail, you know. So it was like balancing all of us in that time, and like
dealing with he's
dealing with prison and all that stuff, you know. And as an adult, you know, I'm like,
how old was Pops when that all happened? You remember?
Shit, Pops was like 20 something.
Shit, he's young, still kid, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Still young adult. You know what I mean? Still dealing with his own demons, what he's got going on. Like, you know,
Yeah,
what
he
I'm
was
saying?
young, like late 20s, like when he was moving, like, so, you know, it was all like a co-op operation. Like that shit was crazy.
Crazy.
When it comes down to you, and let's just say when it comes down to you and what you have passing on for your family legacy, what are some creative avenues that you want to be able to pass on?
Well, like obviously, like I said, I'm involved into LA KingPin, so you know.
And what is that?
It's LA KingPin is my dad's weed brand. His weed company is flower and
Cultivating, distributing, everything.
So
Nice.
And then also we have Freeway Cannabis as well, and like the Cure Company is they are involved in Freeway Cannabis as well. So shout out to them. But you know, cannabis for sure, hemp for sure. Like I want my kids basically like what I'm passing down to my kids is like sustainability. So like my kids not gonna be like dying when like shit goes crazy, you know. He's gonna be like ready for.
How many kids do you have?
I only have one son right now.
Okay.
You know.
How many do you want?
I have two sons, but one biological, and I have a son through, you know.
God bless.
Yeah.
God bless. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. So you know we we learning the old ways and just,
How did that change you? How did fatherhood change you?
made me like more worried about his life.
Oh,
You know.
say that. Not yours, his. You said that. That's what I'm picking up from that. I'm picking up that from that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like in that, like I have to like be there, you know. So like if I have to worry about his life, I have to like do like more of me, you know.
I see that you know you have your vegan. You eat healthy. You know what I'm saying? That how was that transition? Because you applied that before he came.
Yeah.
So how was that? You know what I'm saying? Transition into a whole vegan mindset from eating ribs and pulled pork and everything all your life at the barbecue cookouts.
Well, I'm vegetarian, and I realized like my like before my father, my forefathers, they were vegetarian, vegans, you know, and it was a form of consciousness in your life. You know, it's all like conscious things. So it's just like if you want to eat meat and you believe that it's gonna let you live until you die, then you're gonna eat meat until you live and die. Like, you know, and it's not gonna do you no. You know, it might speed it up or it might not. You know, um, but the animal is going through something. You know, in the process before you know, and then in vegetarianism and veganism, you realize like on a spiritual level, you don't need to eat meat to live, you know, and then that's when it goes to like, damn, I don't even want to eat, like, why would I eat it? To like eat it just because, you know, but they about to do all this shit they got to do to these animals, and then like I'm gonna eat it for no reason. I don't even need it.
What made you switch?
No, I switched because of like spirituality. Like I was basically taught through like studies that the animals have deities, which are like God spirits. You know,
They have a God, is what you're saying, in their mind.
Like not that they have a God, but they are like a spirit. Like they are like an essence of life.
Say that.
Like God. Like God is like when you think of God, you think of life. So God is life. Life is God. God is love. So on and so forth. And all that.
Always.
And so in that, seeing the animal as life is seeing the animal as a part of God. Like if you see God as the whole, like as everything, it's like that's why if you vegetarian, you like God's gonna like the apple trees. You don't have to cut the apple tree down and regrow it. You just have to leave the apple tree alone, and it's gonna pop apples out when it
keep producing,
unless life messes it up and the tree goes through the death process, and then that tree loses its fertility, and then you still have the opportunity to take that same tree seeds and grow another tree.
This is true. This is true. All right. Never looked at it like that, y'all. I'm not going to cap.
It makes you not want to touch an animal. Because let him go through his process of life.
But then you got to think about plants too. Plants still have a process of life. That was going to be my devil's advocate type of way. You know what I'm saying? I was going to say, like, at the end of the day, when you pluck off that fruit and or vegetable from that vine, isn't that still almost like depleting its life? Because at that point, it's not getting a heartbeat from the tree or the plant.
You have to really remember too, like I said, like the tree is gonna put more out. So it's almost like milking the cow. You don't kill the cow, you just milk the cow.
Say that.
So like that is like a part of like that's why like within like my switching to vegetarianism, I was drinking milk a little bit. I was in a situation where I had to kind of drink milk. So I was drinking milk, and then I just got off of milk completely just because like milk isn't even really like a substance that I really wanted. But like butter, I like still eat butter and stuff. But
vegan or regular?
Organic butter, just regular butter.
Organic regular.
Yeah. But like that, and then like eggs as an ingredient. But eggs are like the thin line, and like
yeah, people be like, "Oh, vegans say you can't eat eggs." I feel you. So you just you don't eat meat, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And you're strictly for sure vegetable based individual. You might make or break for an egg for your dairy.
Well, eggs gotta be like French toast. That's it.
Oh, that's see, you're not even really eating it. It's like
in the bread, like as an ingredient, like some sly shit like that I got in my mind.
I'm visualizing it. You're not actually eating eggs.
No, I'm not. I scrambled eggs. They make me almost vomit.
That's what he said that earlier about a hamburger. Insane, I was like, oh
just
shit!
Like smelling it, I'm like, oh wow.
Oh wow! That's scrambled eggs, bro.
You eating eggs?
Interesting.
Yeah, I used to love eggs too.
How long has this lifestyle been?
5 years full, and then 7 years. Like the
2
transition.
Weeks to make a habit, JG.
I asked this to one of another individual of ours, C5, that's also a vegan transitioner. What is your favorite place to buy your vegan food to eat? You know what I'm saying? Where you go out, where's your favorite place to buy the food? And what's your favorite vegan meal to make at home?
Well, what I be eating a lot is like beans and rice, like cooked up real nice,
What type of beans? That's kind of important.
Black beans, pinto beans, refried beans.
Oh, so gritty.
Kidney beans, garbanzo beans.
What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's your protein?
Yeah. Rice pilaf with the mushrooms.
What's pilaf?
Just like rice cooked,
that box rice pilaf.
Cooked like
stepmom used to make that all the
cooked
time.
in the butter and like real, it's just like
just
different spices and stuff in it, just some shit.
So that's what you making?
Yeah, me and my partner.
What is? Okay, hold on. I need a full course meal though. Hold on, you literally just eating rice pilaf? That's dinner? Like what's dinner?
Yeah, rice pilaf with some bread and maybe some salad.
Okay, now it's getting more full. It's getting more full.
You know what? I could understand you because, like, for example, these last couple of nights, like I've been seeing, like even at work, because that's okay. Prime example at work right now, where they damn near have donuts and shit on the table every fucking morning, pizza, whatever it may be, right?
Shout out y'all.
And I gotta fucking like remember, bro, I'm not here for that. You know what I mean? Like I'm here, like when I eat, I don't want to stuff myself. I just want to get full. You know what I mean? That full feeling is at one piece of pizza.
And
I used
you know
to
what?
eat 3, 4.
And that is like a part of it too. Like, like I cut up like some cucumber, cut up some cabbage, cut up some squash. And like cook that stuff, saute it, and then like put it over some rice in the rice bowl and just eat it like that. Or like I'll put a little cheese and put it on the taco.
Vegetable cheese taco.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And like it'd be, potatoes, cook potatoes a certain way, like you can have them tasting like crazy. Like it's just, some easy stuff. And just like you were saying, like I realized like I don't need to eat to get stuffed or like even to get full.
Right.
You
eat
I
noodles?
just
Like garlic noodles? Can you eat that?
so like my girl, if you said noodles, if I say noodles to her, she'd be like, noodles, this ain't no noodles.
This ain't no noodles.
Like
She know noodles. Yeah.
Yeah, we be having noodles, but like
What? How you make them? Zucchini noodles?
they be like the butterflies and different little what's that? Ravioli.
Oh, so they still actual noodles.
Yeah.
Like actual like pasta noodles.
It's pasta. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you didn't answer.
So you can't have like no toppings or anything like that. Like last question, we gotta get off this topic. But fucking like as far as like ketchups and like.
Nah, I eat ketchup.
Okay,
stuff,
like sour cream, dairy.
Like I haven't ate sour cream in a while.
Uh-huh.
I kind of like only eat cheese.
Cream. Yeah, exactly.
But like I don't know, like ever since COVID happened, like my taste buds been like not wanting ketchup and like I've been trying to buy different ketchups and I taste them and I'm like nah.
That ain't it.
And I'm like, nah, I eat these fries real nice and salty and right the way they are. Like
I feel you.
Hey,
I
really do want to know, what is your favorite place to go to eat vegan food in LA?
I thought we was getting off the topic.
Man.
Nah, you said that.
Honestly, I like, so I recently have been I go to Burger Guys. It's a food truck downtown.
Burger Guys is vegan?
Burger.
Oh, Burger. Got you with the V guys. My bad.
And they're downtown, and they're like the best, like outside of like cooking at home burgers and stuff, like veggie burgers. Like they're the best ones like that I've had. And then Planet Health Compton is out in Compton. They got some bomb vegan food.
Okay.
That's like all vegan. Like it's not the place that I strictly go to because I'm not vegan. I'm vegetarian. So, but they had like bomb vegan food. Like all the food is fire. Lobster tail.
That's tight.
Chicken and waffles. Like
they got vegan lobster tail?
It's a mushroom that's like shaped like lobster tails.
So they call it. You can't call it lobster tail. They can call it that.
Yeah, I'm Drake, nigga. What's up?
That's what they call it.
Nigga, I'm Drake. What's up?
That's what they calling it.
You gotta relax.
Nigga, I'm Jay-Z.
LA got you feeling some type of way, bro.
I'm just saying, you can call it what you want in LA, right? You just say,
you
vegan,
got the
right?
salmon pants on now.
You know what I'm saying? That's the vibes, man. That shit.
All right, what's up, guys? So I hope you guys are enjoying the podcast. As you can see, I'm in the barber chair waiting on my barber to get here because I got to step out and get fresh. But BSP wants y'all to get fresh with us. Today we're giving away a $25 Olive Garden gift card. You can take your shorty out. All you got to do is make sure you like and comment this video. I need smoke emojis and all. Let's get back to the podcast.
It's all a part of licensing and shit.
Say that you gotta own the right to, or I don't know.
Well, no, you gotta cook it right. Like if it's gotta be that to be called a lobster tail as a vegan meal.
My boy, he just like almost converting to veganism. He the one put me up on it. And I've been vegan for longer than him. My pops been there at the place and shit. I was like, man, why you?
Pops vegan too? Or vegetarian?
Yeah.
Oh, really? All the way?
He vegan.
All the way? Jeez.
Yeah. What's up? Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know Pops is vegan too.
Yeah, vegan. Being around just the industry and what you're on necessarily, like, are you seeing investments as far as like startups, as far as cryptocurrency or business endeavors and everything like that you want to see for yourself and what you would do necessarily?
For me, like I'm gonna get into real estate.
Okay. Fuck yeah. Fuck yes, bro.
Real estate, fashion, and weed. Weed with the real estate and all that stuff.
But real estate, that shit ain't going nowhere. You own a piece of land, the land is yours, my boy. You know what I'm saying? You get the right one, and the city comes and buys it from you. You're up.
I ain't giving them nothing back.
Nothing. You holding on for dear life. It's funny. Like I see it out here in LA. You see those ones where you see those high-rise apartments, and then you see that one little house right next to it. He ain't selling. You got me fucked up.
That's one of my son's favorite movies. It's called Up. And it's about like old man that stayed in his house until he was old. His wife passed away, and they stayed in the house together. And he got old, and he stayed there, and like everything around him turned into skyscrapers. And then they like, yeah, we're trying to buy your house, man. We'll double it. And he like, man, get out of here, you hippies. And my son just be laughing at it.
He'll learn that though, because he's still absorbing it. He just doesn't know how it's applied just yet.
Makes sense. If you got to leave anywhere, I mean, you still residing in LA? You born and raised here? You ain't leaving?
Nah, I got a few places I'll go to.
Yeah, I mean, can we hear them?
Yeah, I go to Texas, New York.
Why did I feel like he was gonna say it? But in my mind, I had it.
Well, my dad originally from Texas.
Okay,
so,
for real?
Like I got family. I have a lot of family out there in Texas that I don't know.
Really?
Shout out H-Town.
Yeah.
Is it H-Town?
Yeah, I got people in Houston, but my people from the country. Like,
okay. I got Pops in the country for sure. He's right in between like Austin and San Antonio in that area.
Yeah, I am my boys. Apollo and his dad, they from San Antonio.
Okay, but it's different out there, bro. It's hot as fuck right now. Don't go.
Yeah, Apollo, he Minus Gravity. That's his music name.
Okay, shout out Minus Gravity.
Shout out Apollo.
So, yeah. So we I got a few places that I got in mind.
You said that this weekend, I mean, they don't hear this later, but I want to let them know the type of projects that you be a part of. What's going on this weekend?
So this weekend on Sunday is the Secret Sesh. I think it's from 3 or 4 to like 2 in the morning or 12 or 1, something like that. Don't buy and shit. But it's like they'll have weed vendors. You can come with your weed. You don't come with your burner because they're going to turn you around. It's a long line.
Say that.
What's it called? And you can just smoke in the, in the gated community where around vendors and different people of life that enjoy cannabis.
Is that a once a year type thing or?
Nah, it's actually it's like to be announced type thing. That's tight. But there's one on Sunday and then there's another one on the 27th
of August.
Yeah.
That's the next date. You don't have any more in the future.
As of right now. Yeah, as of right now, and that's all they got put out right now. Yeah, but there's like I be knowing about so many things. I just be at home.
They have them in SAC too. The thing about SAC though is they know now they're starting to get rated a lot.
Well, the Secret Sessions are not like the other sessions. It's actually one of the oldest sessions, and it's pre-ICO.
And no, that's I think a lot. It's very
licensed, and like the police actually like sometimes be on the perimeter of the shit.
Police.
So
LAPD, fuck with them.
So it'd be like it'd be like it'd be funny.
I'm pulling up. I'm gonna fuck.
Yeah, nice.
Cool. It's on Sunday. I'll be I'll be out of town by then. I ain't on cap, JRoss. What you got coming out soon that the people actually need to gravitate towards? You know what I'm saying? You got the cannabis industry. You said you got the you said clothing. You said you're in fashion. What is it about the fashion that they need to know about?
Well, I'm talking to a couple people about sustainable clothing, and we're gonna be running like sustainable. Like you'll be able to like receive wholesale sustainable clothes, and also like designer wholesale, designer sustainable clothes.
So if I'm a buyer, walk me if you can through my process. How would that work?
So like basically what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be I'm working with people that make designs and have their own companies, and then I'm gonna be plugging them in with um the sustainable clothes.
Yep.
I also have a few designs that I'm working on that I'm gonna plug in with the sustainable clothes. And so if you're like a buyer and you want like wholesale sustainable clothes, then then we just talk about it, and I just plug you in, and
What's
then,
sustainable clothes?
like hemp.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh
basically.
wow. Okay, I didn't know that. So sustainable clothes, and it's gonna be hemp product. Like the clothing's made out of hemp.
Yeah, like
More expensive, I'm
this,
assuming, right?
huh?
More expensive? I'm over here sucking on
Yeah,
wax.
it's worth more for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the sweats, the sweatshirts, t-shirts, all that stuff. But it lasts longer, and it's
Can you wash it?
Eco-friendly. It lasts longer.
nah,
And it's
hell
eco-friendly
yeah,
too.
you can wash it. It
Everything?
lasts longer. It's
Yeah.
meant to for all that shit.
Hell
This
yeah.
is like the stuff that the army was using for their ropes and stuff, and like the old army suits, they were supposedly have some of the hemp in it and stuff like
Interesting.
that. But
Didn't know that.
It's
yeah,
like a threading. It's like
a lot of companies that are running right now, they're like they wanna convert to sustainable also. Just even to have a sustainable line to like kind of move on or whatever. But yeah, it's all like everything I'm doing is like double back meanings to it. It's helping the environment, and like it's better material. It's like
It's gonna
it's,
work out in the end. So yeah, at the end of the day, it was still better than most materials as long as it's what you're describing. I feel like that's better than what cotton is or polyester. You know what I
and
mean?
see, um, it's like those industries. They were the leaders. Cotton, polyester. They were the leaders. They were they like when you think about cotton industry, what do you think about?
Slaves picking cotton.
And what industry is that? Like one of the oldest industries in the world.
What is it?
It's one of the oldest industries
It's
in
the
the
cotton
world.
industry.
Oh, cotton industry. Oh, say that. My bad.
Slavery,
Say that.
cotton, all that shit. It's like, like that shit is like slavery been around forever. Like, and like you gotta just think like how much that people been making
Hmm.
off of this cotton and the slavery, and then converting it to the new way it is now.
That's real. I didn't
And
think about that. When you can just buy hemp, why have people over there still? And just people still
and
picking cotton.
and the thing is, like, you can't really process and produce the hemp in America.
What?
Why? America's not legalizing that because
Yeah.
they don't.
Everybody's mostly getting it from China. There's only a few people that got it out here, but they don't want to. They don't want to. Like, there's some people that don't want to better the world.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just you got a lot of people that just stand to the side, and it's just how it should be. Then you got people that like want to make a way, but they just ain't got it. So then you got the people that just ain't got shit. They don't care.
I see the transition. Like when I spoke to you a little bit behind the scenes, and we were talking about like the histories and try to make sure you still understand your ancestors, your OGs, your parents. Definitely respect your parents. And I like how you're going with it. It's like from your transition into the new generation of the Ross family. You know what I'm saying? Your mindset is deep, and then you just had a kid also that's able to implement everything that you're now absorbing and acknowledging and trying to apply now into the new 7 years of your life as far as being a vegetarian it's just nice to see at the end of the day, because a lot of people, I feel like, do get stuck in somewhat ways of being, oh, this is my past. This is what I've always known. Not saying you broke a cycle. You could still go to your past, hear a story, you do what you want to do, right? So, but I like the way you going about it. You know what I'm saying? Not even saying highlighting anybody's process, but I like the way how things can still transition for a positive message through the individual. Like I said, your last name is going to be a legacy regardless. But now we know it for, you know what I'm saying, health and wealth.
And like I used to, like when I transitioned to be vegetarianism, when I was doing the transition, I was fighting fires, and I stopped. That's how I was able to, like, I don't know. It was weird, and I actually was a full vegetarian, like, because like the chicken and the fish wasn't accessible, so I was full vegetarian when for a point, and then when the chicken and the fish got accessible, I ate it for like 2 weeks, and then I was like, no more.
That's, you're not feeling it.
I was like, no more, and then I stopped, and then like I haven't since.
You went cold turkey on the chicken. I'm with you though, bro. But that's what's dope about it. Like, at the end of the day, a little transition does go a long way.
Yeah, it was doing that way. It was easy, to go from pork to beef, then to chicken and the fish. Like, it was easy. It made it like, it made it not so like stressful, and like, not so like, oh man, like I'm really not eating meat anymore. It wasn't like that. It was like I'm happy I'm not eating that. And then
I'm gonna try it. I'm going like a 2-week vegetarian fast.
And like, I got to a point where like I eat once a day or twice a day sometimes.
You're not hungry? You don't get headaches?
You only eat twice a day though, Jay.
No,
like,
yeah, but I eat like twice a day.
We all I hear
no,
you.
so like
so
like what I try to do is like I'll try to.
I'll get that headache and I'm like, need it now. Homie,
like,
if he don't eat, I get motherfucker get angry, bro. I damn near gotta punch him sometimes.
It'd be bad. It'd be bad sometimes.
Like, see, that is, and like I really don't be like getting hangry, because like I have that.
That's okay. I'm
I have
that's
like
real.
the access to that, like to eat. So it's like when I do feel like, oh shit, like damn, like I have my meals have been a little far apart, like all right, drink some water, chill a little bit, cause like I don't be just like I'm not about to get a headache if I'm just sitting on the couch chilling and like I haven't eaten like my meal today. Like, like when I'm like ripping and running, I got grabbing, waters and, grabbing like groceries and, doing all this, carrying the baby and all that type of stuff. And like, then I finally feel like a little exerted. And then like a lot of times it's like I will eat my one meal, and then like 45 minutes later, I'm like, it's over with.
What you mean it's over? You don't go to sleep? You knocking out?
Cause like after that, I'm smoking a bad blunt.
Oh yeah.
I might drink some Slacktivist. So shout out to Slacktivist, THC lean.
Shout out to Slack. I'm gonna drink that, but shout out to Slacktivist for sure.
I might drink some Slacktivist, or I might, I might take some tincture, and that shit I'd just be like, it's THC droppers, and I just might I don't know. I just like sit on the couch, and then next thing I know, I'm just waking up at 2 a.m.
I hate that though. Sometimes we're getting high, bro.
That was a good one, and then like just go back to sleep, like get in the bed and go back to sleep, like, and then wake up at 5, 6 in the morning, like. So
damn, that's lit.
Before I want to ask you this, bro. I've been asking a lot of people this. I want to get it from you. new friends as good as old friends, or old friends always better than new friends?
Man, it depends on the person. To be honest, man, it don't matter. You know, it's like it sucks for new friends because a lot of people are at this like I ain't trying to meet people. You know,
You're at that. Is that you at this point in this life right now? Like where you're at in life, or your age, or whatever, or just you back? You say, I'm 25. Let's take you back to 25. You accepting new friends at this point, or is it
25, man?
I don't even want to do that. Stay you, bro. You're in your time. I want to hear.
Now,
from
when
you
I was
right
25, I was on the prison yard.
Okay.
So I really wasn't meeting new, like I was meeting people, but they wasn't too many friends, you know, and like I met like brothers for sure. I met some brothers in there, and then like I met like I for sure met brothers, like
Got you.
you know, but like friends, I ain't meet too many friends.
Got
Like,
you.
Say that.
you know, I met like a few people that was like on like a similar wavelength. That was like, you know, like damn, I grew up this certain kind of way, and like I if I would have known about what I got in front of me right now, which I'm about to push onto,
Right.
like you know, like that's what we was.
That was one of my
on,
questions.
so.
We didn't get to really get into it too much, but you kind of re-brought it up. Like, do you feel like you took the route of like I like being in that, you know what I'm saying, being in the streets, doing what you doing, like because of it, or you just took your own route in it?
Yeah, well, it was like all like school.
Okay.
Like, to be honest with you,
so you was
like
learning,
going to school. Like, I would be like seeing the school and meeting people, seeing people, and like if you ask anybody at my school, they not like people don't know me. Like I only had probably like Micah, Marquise.
Shout out the gang.
Shout out the gang.
Tyrone.
Yeah.
There's a few people knew me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I was like, they at my, I'm at their crib. They at my crib. You know, like man, that shit crazy, bro. Like man, my pops is really like, you know, and they like what, like damn, like and it was just like whatever, like not whatever, but like it was like
respect.
Like,
yeah,
like,
acknowledgement.
And like,
did you try to keep it on the low though? Like
yeah, no, I didn't. That wasn't. It wasn't like my dad named me YungFreeway in 2007.
Okay.
So in 2007, like is when I like started like telling people my name was YungFreeway.
Okay.
So
you're just
like
it. That's that.
Like
I mean, that's
when,
respect, bro.
When but like people still didn't know. They just like, oh, Freeway, right. What up, Freeway? They just call me Freeway. So it was like I was Freeway, and then like my boys, like Lynx and Tricky, when I was fucking with them, and like a couple other people, when I bring them around my pops, I'll tell them, you gotta call me Young around him. Like that's Freeway. Like that's he the man, So it was like that, but for sure, like like the OGs that I know, they just call me YungFreeway, like Lil Ross or YungFreeway. The ones that know my pops or like know of him, and then they like figure out my who I am and stuff. They call me YungRoss and stuff.
Okay, let's talk about that knowledge. A lot of youngins don't listen to the OGs no more. You know what I'm saying? Were you one that was embracive of like to the OGs and like getting the knowledge and sinking it in and what they were telling you?
It's like I said on the other stuff, like it depends on the person. Like you could kind of like see like what that person is about. Like if you be around them long enough, and then like if you're the right person, like you realize it takes like 30 days to build a habit, and so it's like if you be around the person a certain amount of time, you can figure them out to a degree.
It's 30? I thought it was 14. That was 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's 30 days to build a habit.
Yeah, fuck. That's probably why I just jump right back into weed after a 2-week break.
I don't know. It might be 2 weeks, but
Okay.
I've heard 30 days
All
is
right,
like the way.
Fact check it later.
But you know, I never, you know, I always just speak on things that I've personally heard or seen, or you know, like, you know, if I don't know about stuff, I just typically try not to speak on it and just leave that shit alone, you know. But for sure, like, you know, OGs, they got wisdom and knowledge. Like my granny, she's about to be 92.
Oh, God bless. Damn, shout
That's
out
your dad's mom?
Granny.
My mom.
Mom's mom?
What? 92
Yeah.
for the culture?
Yeah.
That's
She granny getting there, and she's still like active, like, you know. So
That's good. God bless.
hell yeah, I'm thankful. You know,
my grandma, she gotta live till she's 150, bro.
Oh God,
Gotta live till you're
Like-
150, grandma.
How long you gonna live for?
I understand. You know what I'm saying? But I tell her that. Grandma gotta live.
Shout
till-
out the family though. That's
you know, it's like life is just beautiful. You know, we just got to be thankful. You know
Got to.
that like when we wake up and try to do something great and something good for somebody that be good that day. You know, so. That's all I'll be on. I'll be like,
Positivity.
Oh man, bro, I appreciate you, Ross.
you know, I gotta do something good. Like,
For real. Okay.
like even like I know it was like it was funny. So I stayed downtown, and there was these three dudes, and they're like standing right in front of my building. My building has like a little stoop or whatever, and they're sitting there like fixing up their dope, and they're like smoking the dope and fixing it up.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my son walk out, and I'm like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
What
like-
you doing?
like what the fuck, like, and I just like I didn't even care about shit. I was like, except for like that they was smoking in front of me and my son, like smoking dope and shit. Like I know my son don't know nothing about it, and he ain't see that shit. But it's like I told him, like, y'all is downtown LA, y'all got a million places to go, and y'all want to post up right in front of
Right.
Right here.
right in front of a like a main street.
Say that.
Man, go behind the alley. Like go where ain't nobody gonna ever see you at, bro.
Right.
It's not like you gonna come right here and this lady walked by and she's like heard everything, because she was behind them when I stopped, and they're like right here, and that's when I spazzed on them, and then I spazzed. And then
JRoss
and then she's like hearing everything, like, you know, and she walks by, and like me and my son are walking to the park, and she's like, thank you, and I'm just like I don't know, like,
Nah, people's
like,
mindset. Yeah.
you know, and I was just like, I was still trying to come out of like the, you know, like if my son wasn't right there, I would have like really been like more spazzier, like, you know, like yo, like get your like I would have like, cause I didn't like make sure they left. You know, I just like told them like, why are y'all doing this right here? You know. You know, if I wouldn't have had my son, I'd have been like, y'all need to go.
Right
Like, y'all
now,
need to
bro.
get up out of here. Like,
get ice cream, bro.
you know, like, and like y'all, I want to see y'all grab everything. I don't pack nothing up. Just yeah,
Go.
y'all smoking dope. Y'all,
I'm with you.
you
Broad
know,
daylight.
and it's just like it's uncalled for. Like, you're in downtown LA. There's a parking structure right there that y'all smoke dope in.
How you feel about the world, bro? Like how the world is today, like what's going on? Like you see the monkeypox, you see
Monkeypox has been around. COVID been around. You know, it's just like the Lakers won, so COVID won this year. Like the monkeypox is winning this year. Like, you know, and then like it's all it's all a plot. Like it's all some shit. It's all medical. It's all
getting mentally and
you know. It's all that shit, bro. It's like it's some deep shit. You know, like I feel about like the world, like me becoming vegetarianism, like that shit was just like me prepping for the world. You know what the world could be. Like like I was saying, being ready to just, you know, like if I felt like it, pull my gold teeth out and be like, man, I need a barrel of rice. And then get a big old barrel of rice that's gonna supply my family for the next 6 months.
Right.
Say that.
You know, and then have the other resources for the beans and whatever else, the tortillas, the flour, and all that shit.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And you know, we cook. My granny taught me how to cook. My granny was in the Great Depression. Like my granny grew up, like her family was like enslaved, leaving slavery. You know, like like I know all the like slavery not like America is not friends with America.
Say that shit.
And like I don't dislike Americans in America, but I don't proclaim that, you know. I don't like like I feel like for me to say that I was American, just to say, oh, I'm American, is to say like I'm a slave. You know, like other countries, other places.
What's your favorite book?
Man, there's too many books.
Yeah,
I read.
You read?
This is yeah.
I haven't read lately, but I read a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, I've read a lot of books. Think and Grow Rich, As a Man Thinketh, Examination, the Bible, the half of the Quran.
The Bible. That's a real one.
Yeah.
Yes,
What else? I read some Donors of the Earth. I read Creature of Jekyll Island.
Damn,
like,
you read.
Yeah.
And these are ones that you saying them off the rip, so you
Dark
really like
Alliance. Yeah. Like these are all like mind opener books. Like you read these books, you're like, what the fuck? Like oh hell nah. Like this you like questioning like the whole shit.
Damn, that's deep.
You know,
I'm still waiting for the movie type, but yeah, I need to pick up a book. I need a setting. I'll pick up a book. I just need a setting, like you know what I'm saying. I need a chair.
You know, it's funny. Like you said that
with a robe too. Yeah. You feel me?
It's funny you said that because like when I was in school, you know, we used to have to take book tests.
What is a book test?
You used to have to read a book, and then you have to like get on a computer, type in your name, your school number, and then like it's gonna say what book did you read, and you have to put the book in, and then you look at the screen, and it's like has these questions like that are directly about the book that you, if you read the book and you comprehended it, you might know. And yeah, I used to pick all the books that was movies.
Oh,
and I used to get like a 70. Like sometimes I would get like a B. Because the books don't always be like the movies.
Say that shit. I've heard that before, actually.
Yeah,
I've actually heard that before.
Read
Harry
a book,
Potter.
you gonna find out.
Yeah, I haven't read a book since high school. I've been out of high school for 11 years.
Yeah.
I ain't
gonna
gonna
lie, that cup got me, boy. What did you get again? That shit is.
Whoopsie!
What the hell?
JRoss, I think we getting ready to sign it out for the listeners. I ain't gonna cap, my man.
No, we appreciate you for pulling up, bro. For real, like you said, this is dope combo, bro. We in your city right now. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome, man. You know, this is LA. Like, you know, LA is like a place where, you know, we got bomb ass weed. We got great places to be at. You just gotta know where and when, and like
or where to go.
Yeah, like where and when.
To the Fig?
You gotta know, because like sometimes that same place be different. Like that's how I say, where you could be at the same place at a different time and it'd be like completely different. But like LA got everything. It got something for everybody. Like, you know, and like some people find that shit and they get stuck. Like they find that thing they always want and they get stuck. Like I grew up out here, so it's like I'm kind of stuck, but like I'm like transitioning out. So
that's crazy
you know,
you said that.
but I always want LA. Like, it's tatted on me, and it's,
You still home?
yeah, like, But prophecy said California going under.
Say that.
The waters is supposed to come through.
Okay,
Stop.
I think it's time to sign it about this thing.
It's good.
I ain't gonna cap, y'all. Hey,
Let's get it.
man, Cap, JRoss, thank you for coming through. We want to say that to our listeners. Please, if you haven't yet, tell your friends to go comment, like, follow, and subscribe to Blown Smoke Podcast. Please, right now. It's your boy JG, y'all.
You already know it's J Jonah, man.
And we got
JRoss. Shout out to Icy guys. Grill.
you see it, it's blowing smoke. We got people at the door.
She wanna fuck up the shit and say what? That we fucking parked in this nigga. I live here. It's my shit. I live in this motherfucker. You Airbnb in this motherfucker.